Hello everybody. So, as promised, I wanted to come on really quick, and hopefully it's really quick, um, and talk about my experience in Guatemala this past month. Um, I'm gonna try to break down the essentials. So, what transportation is like, what are getting there, what my experience in doing with doing a full immersion program was like. Excuse my voice, I am dealing with wonderful allergies, which I didn't deal with for a whole month. So my throat is a little bit on the rockers. Firstly, if you don't know, and you're wondering, what is a full immersion program? Quite literally, a full immersion program is you're fully immersed in everything related to the topic. In this instance, or in my case, it was Spanish learning. So I went to San Pedro Spanish School, which is in San Pedro La Laguna, on Lake Atitlan in Guatemala. So it's like 4 hours from Guatemala City. And my program included Spanish classes daily, one-on-one private lessons daily, Monday through Friday, a homestay, which included room and board, and activities, different cultural activities. So there's a billion programs. There's so many programs, at least in Guatemala. In San Pedro alone, I think there's like 5 or 6 Spanish schools. San Juan La Laguna is another town. They have Spanish school. San Marcos is another one. There's tons. There's language schools in Guatemala City, I believe. There's language schools in Antigua. I did one there, which I'll talk about at a different time. But the main one that I did was San Pedro Spanish School. So here's the breakdown. So I studied in San Pedro for 3 weeks, just under 3 weeks, but I'll just say 3 weeks. I got there on a Tuesday, and I started school on a Wednesday. And then I finished school technically 3 weeks later on a Friday. So it was like 2.5 weeks, but we'll just say 3 weeks. So the cost breakdown for San Pedro Spanish School right now, the cost is $350 USD per week. What that includes for this is the one I did. There's different packages, but what I did, 4 hours of Spanish lessons Monday through Friday, which include a break, and they have different cultural foods during your break. So you get 20 to 30 minute break. There's coffee, water, and a snack. Different things, different cultural things. There's tostadas, I forgot the name of them right now, but they pretty much look like they look like tamales, pretty much. Oh, I'm so mad I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, different things. And it also includes room and board. So you can either, excuse me, you can either choose to live with the local family or choose not to. I wanted a full-blown immersion experience, so I wanted to live with the host family. So living with the host family, you live there Monday through or the whole week, and you get every meal included. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All meals are with the family. The only day you don't have a meal is on Sundays. That's their day off. So Sunday is the day you get to go explore, and you find food, you go to restaurants. That's your chance to really kind of test out your knowledge too. You order food in Spanish. Most people, excuse the noise in the background, my washing machine is going, don't speak English, so you have to, if you want to eat, you have to use Spanish. So I had a wonderful experience. I stayed with I stayed with the Cortez family, the Madeline homestay, and they were top tier. Like they made us like feel like family. It was an unbelievable experience with them. Like when I go back to San Pedro, like I will be requesting that family, like without a doubt. I want no other family but that family. Um, let's see. So I have a little list of reminders. So if you're worried about laundry, don't be. There are so many places to get your laundry done. We went to a place that was kind of halfway between the school and the house. And they were fantastic. The clothes smelled amazing. They were done in like 4 hours. I think I had a lot of laundry to do. I think I finally did laundry after like the 2.5 weeks of 3 weeks. So I had to do everything. I was down to nothing. And I paid 110 quetzales, which is the Guatemalan currency. I don't remember what that is right now in American dollars, but it's like $20 or something like that. $20 to $25. So, and they fold it, they clean it, wash, dry it. It's a little bit cheaper if you choose to have it air dried, but I needed it like that day. Like I was down to the bare minimum. I needed it back that day, so I was like, no, it's okay. You can just dry it. There's tons of activities you can do. Some that are with the school that are free, and there are also other activities that cost. So, for example, I did a cooking class, which was 125 quetzales, so ends up being like just under $30. And so you went with other students, went to San Juan, La Laguna, and yeah, we made a meal, we ate, chatted. It was such a beautiful experience. The place was gorgeous. The owners were amazing. Another activity I did, I went horseback riding, which still to this day, I'm like, I don't really have like a bucket list type of thing. Like I don't want to do bucket list, but that was one thing I was like, I always dreamt of doing. And I almost didn't do it, but I'm glad that I did. It was amazing. It was amazing. So I did that. I think that was 250 quetzales. I don't remember. But I do remember it only ended up being like $36 USD. And I was like, why would I not? Like, you cannot go horseback riding. Maybe you can, I don't know. But I don't think you can go horseback riding for 3 hours, something like that. And like you're not on your own. You have a guide. You have a person in the front and a person in the back, but you are guiding your own horse. So you're not getting like kind of micromanaged. Yeah, for $36. I was like, this is a no-brainer. So I did that. You can do like a sunrise hike. I didn't get to do that. There's bachata and salsa classes, which are really fun. I did that. There's so much. There's movie night, which was free. That was so great. We watched Tres Idiotas. So I actually need to watch it again. It was really funny. Cute. Gosh, yeah, there's so much to do. Yeah, so San Pedro Spanish School. In the school, you take classes in these cocoons, in these cabanas or cabañas, and you're in a beautiful, huge garden by the lake. You like kind of hear other students, but it's quiet enough that you can focus. And one thing I have trouble with doing is focusing. So this was a really big test to myself to see, to be in the shoes of a student again and not an educator. It was so great. I had my teacher, her name is Elisa. And oh my gosh, she was so patient because there was so many things that I just was not locking in on. Now, mind you, I've taken Spanish in the past. Like I took 6 years of Spanish between middle school and high school. I know a fair amount, so I wasn't going into this completely like at level 0, so A1. Like I'm not a newbie to Spanish, so I had an advantage a little bit, but there are tons of people that they come in and like they've never touched Spanish before. Like they probably know the standard like hola or gracias, but I mean to actually be able to have a conversation or to say more than that, to know your colors, to know animals, to know your numbers, to know different places, different names for things like that. You can either know that or you don't have to know that. It doesn't matter. They take you from beginner to advanced, so they meet you wherever you are, and it was such an amazing experience. Oh my goodness. So anyway, okay, so let me talk about my flight for a second. All right. So my flight from Chicago to Guatemala was $615. I left on June 2nd and I came back on June 29th. So pretty much just one day on both ends, which didn't make it a month. And my flight was $615. I had a layover in LAX. So I went to Chicago to LAX, then LAX to Guatemala City. Last time I went to Guatemala, I think my flight was like 300 and something, and that was in September. So depending on when you go, that'll determine the price, just like anywhere. That's nothing new. So you can choose to go whenever you want. This is just the price that ended up being for me. And the shuttle, there was a shuttle I took from Guatemala City Airport to San Pedro with a break in Antigua. So from Guatemala City to Antigua, it's about an hour. Then I had a 2-hour layover, which I was so exhausted, but 2-hour layover. So I went to a cafe, got food, coffee, did typed some emails, and then it was time to go to San Pedro. From Antigua to San Pedro, it's like 3 hours. So, and that was a $32 shuttle. Tip your shuttle drivers. I don't think you have to, but they appreciate it, especially the longer distance you go. Like tip them more. Like, hopefully it was enough for me, but like I tipped my shuttle driver from Antigua to San Pedro, I think 50 quetzales, and then coming back the same thing. So yeah, so do that. They appreciate it. Like in comparison, like the US dollar, if you can afford it, do it. Like, yeah, do it. Like, help the economy, help the locals, like, do what you can do. Yeah, so I try to make this like less than like an hour. So, all in all, this was an amazing experience. If you are looking for a reason to not do it, stop. Go do it. I met so many people. It's like mind-boggling. I met people from Australia, people from England, people from Ireland, people from Canada, obviously people from Latin America. I met so many people, and being able to have conversations about so many different things was amazing, about the governments of different places, the view of the United States from outside of the United States, hearing about cultural differences like with holidays, and it's an amazing experience. Like, you don't have to go as long as I did. There are some people that go for like a week. There are people that go for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I just knew I needed to be immersed for a month in a Spanish-speaking country. So I made it a month. But it was like 100,000% more than I would have ever expected. I was so sad to leave. But not extremely sad because I know I'm gonna be back. And I love Guatemala. I love Guatemalan people. I love Latin culture. I love the food, the hospitality. I mean, everybody is so kind. And I mean, I was never in fear of my life. I always knew like whoever was like in the street would help me, no matter what. Like, if I was lost, I know that it would help me. If I was looking for something, I know somebody would help me, without a thought. Like, it's so different from being here in the States. And I hate that the image that the states have always created, I don't mean to get political, but I hate that the image that the United States has always given Latin America was this like negative, this negative dark view. It is, I mean, it's such a beautiful place. I mean, gorgeous views, like, I can go on forever. Anyway, I just want to make this video really quick to explain that, give my kind of view, and let you know that you can do it. If it is on your bucket list, do it. Start saving today. Start saving today. If you start saving a couple bucks every single like day, or like 10 to 20 bucks every week, it is worth it. You will get out of this experience way, way, way more than you would spending your money buying frivolous things. Like, it's this, yeah. I have so much to say about this experience, but I'm gonna leave it here. Thank y'all. Bye.